I am Shena Major and I'm your life coach, and I want to thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time, welcome. On this channel, we talk about healing from unhealthy relationships and learning to love yourself. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to be a part of our family. Today, I want to talk a little bit about things you can hear as you're trying to exit a relationship that is not good for you. And you've probably spent a lot of time deciding to leave, and as you're on your way out, these are some things that I've heard over the years that at the time, you tend to believe are true, and from my experience, they're really not. They're just a way to manipulate and to keep you stuck in something that is not good for you. So the first thing I want to share with you that I've heard over the years, and perhaps you can relate to this, is someone saying to you, I love you to death. And I realized that, okay, when you first hear something like that, you think, wow, this person must really love me. This person must really care for me, even though they just treated me bad. They've done things over time that don't demonstrate this type of love that seems so strong when they say I love you to death. But in actuality, if you stay with the person, it might end up in death, and if not in a physical way, in a sense of losing yourself, and not keeping um, not keeping true to yourself. You lose who you are. So if someone's telling you they love you to death, but they've done things to you that have hurt you and they've treated you bad, then this is not love. God says he loves us, you know, to the end of the earth. He loves us with an everlasting love. He loved us first, and this is the type of love that we should be longing for and wanting in our lives. Not hearing I love you to death from a person who's hurt you or who said bad things to you and spoke against your name. All right, the second thing I've heard over the years is no one else is going to love you like I do. Well, if you think about that, you don't want anyone else to love you like they've loved you, because their love for you has hurt you, right? So if you hear that in terms of trying to move on from a relationship and they say, well, if you go, no one's going to love you like I do, say, good. I don't want anyone to love me the way you have, because you've hurt me. And it's been an unhealthy relationship for me where you haven't been happy. The third thing I've heard over the years as far as trying to exit a relationship is no one else is going to want you. If you leave me, no one else is going to want you. Well, let me tell you, God wants you. He thinks about you every day, constantly, and he cares for you. So don't listen to that phrase, because it's simply not true. The first person you should care about wanting you is you wanting you. You loving you enough to want to be in a situation where you are free, where you are no longer in pain, and you're no longer taking the abuse of another person. So if they're telling you no one else is going to want you, don't listen to that. Don't believe that. It's simply not true. You want yourself enough and love yourself enough to want to leave something that is unsafe and not healthy for you. The one last thing that I've heard over the years, and this one kept me stuck for a long time, was you can't make it without me. And you tend to believe that when you've been with someone who maybe handles the finances, or you've been with that person for 15, 20 years, and you don't know how to take care of yourself. You haven't worked maybe a job outside the home or something like that, and they make you believe that without them you can't function and you can't survive. And I know what that feels like, because you become dependent on the person for so long. You think that you literally do believe that if I'm not with them, I'm not going to know how to navigate my life or the world. And that's not true. God gives you all things. He teaches you all things. He comforts you. And his word says he'll lead you and guide you and show you the way. So don't believe these things. If you've heard any of them over time, or some of them, they're simply not true. They're just a way to manipulate you and to keep you stuck for their benefit. And It's not a healthy, these are not healthy phrases. These are not healthy words that are coming from the other person. Love yourself enough to know that you deserve the very best. God created you in his image, and he wants and desires great things for you. And to stay with a person who's trying to manipulate you and to keep you in a situation um, so they can feel better about themselves is never good. So love yourself enough to move forward. I always want to say, if you are planning on exiting a relationship, make sure you have a plan, and safety first, right? You want to make sure that you're doing it in such a way where you're not going to put yourself in harm's way. So that's my message for today. If you hear I love you to death, no one else is going to want you. No one's going to love you like I do, and you can't make it without me. These phrases are not true. They're designed to keep you stuck, and you do have what it takes to move forward in your life and to heal. If you haven't gotten my book yet, You Can Heal, go ahead and order that today and just move forward on your healing journey. I will talk to you soon. Again, my name is Shena Major, and I'm your life coach. Talk to you soon. Bye.